guys, welcome to the Music Roundtable with our hosts Lyle,
Hello.
Clint,
Hello.
Kim, hi, and I'm Vicky, where we discuss our opinions and experiences of the music we love, or maybe not.
Clint's like that little angel on your shoulder going click it, click
Sooner
it,
or
click
later,
it.
it's going to just slip in there. You're just somewhere, someone's going to hear, click it.
I think I have done that. So
Subliminal
it's in there
messages.
somewhere.
We have talked about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
People have
Yes.
heard us talk about that.
Yes.
Go click it. Yes, it's true.
So anyway, I'd just like to say a year ago, I came up with this idea for this podcast, and that was at Thanksgiving of 2023. I eventually talked to some people and came down to the three co-hosts here that they decided, yes, they would help me.
Go on this crazy
Sorry,
ride
you
Go
with
on
you.
this-
to other people besides us?
You were the first three and the only three.
I was going to say, I feel slighted.
Yes, and after a little bit of pressure, we finally did the first episode.
Yeah, he just had to rip that cord off.
Because
Yes.
somebody overthinks.
I overthink
Yeah.
everything.
It took a while to get even the pick the date.
Yes.
Like, come on.
Yes.
We talked about a date for 2-3 months.
2-3 months at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and
It's
I
like,
kept
okay,
changing
just need
it.
to,
I kept
like-
adding. I
You
kept.
did.
Yeah.
That'll
You
be
kept
next
moving-
week, or it'll be the
next
following week.
Like,
or the
okay,
following week.
come on, dude. Let's just
Yeah,
let's just
so-
do it. Rip the
And,
band-aid
and
off.
for people listening who doesn't know, he had written pretty much novels of what we're going to talk about before we got to the point.
He's learned.
And we never we,
No, we don't
we
do
never
that.
followed them.
No.
No.
But just like,
It's just information.
It's just-
It was just information.
Something to refer to.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So here we are now, 600 and something plays later, and 23 episodes, I think, later. Because I don't even think I've listened to them all yet.
I haven't.
Slacker.
I guess that's
think
what
you're
happens
the
when
only
you
one
mix
that
I
it.
think I'm the
Listens
only
to them
one that
all.
listens to them.
I think
Yeah.
because I've listened to all of the episodes.
That's true.
Just
When you're
that-
when you're
when I'm
editing,
mixing it,
but
so-
you haven't like
Exactly.
listened to
Yeah,
them
I
as
haven't-
listening to a podcast.
There's a few.
Type of thing.
There's a
right?
few.
Yeah.
But I'd like to say thank you. I know I wrote it on our Facebook page, but I had to say it personally too. Thank you to my extremely good hosts, co-hosts,
You're good friends.
Yeah.
Family.
and yes,
The family.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we're
we'll see how
happy.
this goes.
We're good
I'm really curious and really excited. And
to see where the next year takes us.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
hopefully into chords at work. I'm sorry. I'm going to bring it up.
We just had
yeah, hopefully we don't have
Some
any
technical
issues.
issues every
yeah.
once in a while still.
We always have technical issues. I know people that have done this a lot still have technical issues.
Well,
and
I think
that are-
over the last year we've learned a lot.
Yes.
A lot that we didn't know we were going to learn.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, I thank you for bringing us into this because we didn't think about doing something like this at all. So we're like, okay, yeah, we'll do this. We'll try this. And then we're like, oh, what is this? Like, what are we actually doing?
Well, and I always thought too, one person listens. Wow, that's exceeded my
Yeah,
expectations.
exactly.
And
'Cause it was for
now
you.
it's
600 some odd plays
Yeah.
later.
and it's. I don't know if it's all over, like according to what I've read, it's all over the world. So I don't
yeah.
know exactly where, but
It still boggles my mind.
yeah.
The
So
internet's a crazy thing.
Yes, it is.
I constantly think about this podcast, and it gets me through every day. Because I'm always checking to see where it's going. Because it's still an amazement every day that wow, people actually listen.
Want to listen to our
us.
crap?
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
that
I
we
don't
just
think
talk
about it
about
too
People
much
ramble about
until
music.
I get phone calls outside of this and someone talking about an episode that we did. And obviously some of our episodes are recorded a
of
distance
Yeah.
away. And well, Scott's the one. Like he'll just randomly, on this, da 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 da. And
Yeah.
he's having trouble with it because he enjoys the way it works because it's like we're having a conversation, which we all do. And he's in his truck when he listens to it. And he hates the fact that he can't join in as
the
he's
conversation.
listening.
well,
to
he
it.
can
Just talk back at it
and
like
just
I
talk
do
back
to the
at
other
it.
ones I listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like I said, that's where I had mentioned to you before. He's like, if you ever have an opportunity to have a guest, he'd really like to come on.
Of course.
Well, we've
but-
already had one guest, so I know
Yeah.
we we'll be
do
looking
some,
at.
yeah.
Exactly.
We'll be bringing in some guests.
I think too, like if you're feeling like you need to comment on something, go onto our Facebook page on that episode that we've posted and say,
Exactly.
this is what
Yeah.
I was thinking when you guys were talking and I wanted to rebut or I wanted to say this. Like that would be great
I
to
think
see
he did
those
that day.
conversations. Well, yeah, because we said like, go to the Facebook page.
Yeah, we
Yes.
mentioned to him when I
Right.
was talking on the phone, and he just
Yeah.
all of a sudden, bloop, notification.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's what we want. That's where we want to see that interaction because not everybody's going to be able to be a guest.
No.
We're not going to have guests all the time, right?
No.
So it's a good way for them to go, this is what I felt or this is what I, wanted to say.
Exactly. And I would
Yeah.
also like to thank all the listeners as well.
Of course. Of course.
Without
Yeah.
them,
Well,
We would still do this.
we would still do this,
Four of
but
us sitting around the
this
table
helps.
yapping.
just
like
nobody
we
would be
do.
listening to it. That's
No.
okay.
So
Just
yeah.
4 people in
Yeah,
a
for
room
our-
randomly talking to each other.
And recording our conversations.
Exactly.
Does that sound weird?
Just for the heck of it.
Pretty much. So it's just
I'm just thinking what everyone's hearing is our edited content. They're not hearing everything we
No.
talk about.
That's
No,
probably
that's
a good
true.
thing.
Yeah.
Are the ramblings?
For every 4 hours we record, there's probably 8 hours of talking.
Of
yeah.
talking
definitely.
that's not recorded. Absolutely.
Of course there is.
so yeah. So
Just
thank you
someone
guys. Yeah.
You're welcome. It's been
Yes,
fun.
It has been
It's
fun.
so much fun.
An eye opener
Yes.
to the world of podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've learned a lot about computers, and
Yes.
because I kind of did a little bit before, but
Yeah.
that's and to the recording process and
Yeah.
what I
We've
need.
got a little bit of
and-
IT in all of us, I think.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we'll see where
Where it
so
heads.
it goes. Yeah, so yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
all.
All right.
Okay, now on to our topic. So, I have a question.
We may have your answer.
We have the answer. Okay,
Maybe.
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 Depends.
What creates a one-hit wonder? What is it? Where they place? Is it number one? Do they have to be in the top 10? What do you guys think?
Well, there's opinions, and then there's like when you research it, because I know we've gotten a couple different answers when we looked it up. So one of the ones I just read was sometimes artists become one-hit wonders because they create a song that becomes a hit due to a particular fad. For example, Rick Dees had a hit, his only one, with his song Disco Duck, which capitalized on the disco craze during the 1970s. At other times, one-hit wonders may just be the result of bad timing. That's an interesting perspective.
That's a very good perspective on it, I think. The bad timing thing, that's what
timing.
happens with a lot of people because artists put out music. Like, that's what they do. It's just, yeah, you may hit here and great, and you still may pull out a full catalog of music, but people literally gravitated to the one hit. And
Didn't wanna-
aside from your mega fans, you never really take off or whatever.
Yeah. And is it one hit being caused because you wrote that one song for a movie?
That probably didn't do that well either.
No.
Could be.
Yeah.
So why I'm asking this because we're going to be doing 80s one-hit wonders, and there was a lot of one-hit wonders in the 80s.
There was.
There were.
Extremely a
Isn't it
lot.
mostly the music we listen to in general?
But see, once again, though, like that, it's well, I don't know if controversial is the right word, but some people go, "Oh, that's a one-hit wonder," and you're like, "What are you talking about? I've got 16 albums by them, or whatever." Like,
I was going to say, too, yeah, like a one-hit wonder in Canada or the U.S. won't
that
necessarily
too.
be a one-hit wonder over in Europe, that kind
No.
of thing, right? And
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah, they may be actual hit makers there. Yeah.
Exactly.
One hit for us, not for the rest. That sounds like a bad drug connotation.
Well, because I know us being from Canada here,
Yeah.
we had some artists.
How's
that
it going,
only
eh?
had- Yeah, it was a good one, eh? That they classified, because I looked up some information on VH1
Okay.
and Sirius XM. So
I'm
on
a Canadian, and
VH1.
I'm checking out VH1.
I know, on VH1, and it had the top 100 one-hit wonders of the 80s.
Okay. Is there a lot? There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a
There's
lot.
a lot.
And then I looked up Sirius XM, and they kind of broke it down into genres.
Yeah.
So they compared. So a lot of them were the same. And then there was some that were obviously some weren't included and stuff like that.
Right.
But they had Alana Miles as a one-hit wonder.
Ah, yes.
No,
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
That's wrong.
They
Yeah.
put Black Velvet,
What about her other songs?
the other two, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, she wasn't a one-hit wonder up here,
No.
but she was a one-hit wonder in the States.
Interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
VH1 is based in the States, is it not?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I made the joke about him being Canadian, looking up VH1 statistics.
Yeah,
But
right.
here's a comparison though. Twisted Sister only was a one-hit wonder.
What? No.
No, that's not true
How
either.
is that possible?
And this is why it becomes a galvanizing conversation.
Twisted Sister,
It
come
cannot be.
on.
They did. They were.
But then that falls into the maybe we just listened to more of their albums because we liked that one song and went on and kept listening. So to me, no, they're not a one-hit wonder.
No, they're not.
No. So it depends on where, depends on who and how.
Well, yeah, like
Ultimately, it comes to one person saying, that's a one-hit wonder. And they're like,
And it takes off. Well, does it come down to singles? If it was a single, is it going to be a one-hit wonder?
it comes down to money, album sales, following. And then I think, due to the different areas that they're in, because, yeah, some bands here, one that would come to mind is like Aha. In Canada, everybody knows Take On Me. But in Europe, where they're from, they're huge.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
But in North America, you know that song, and they did the one song for the James Bond movie. Funny, all these one-hit wonders always seem to do James Bond movies.
Well, Madonna is not a one-hit wonder, and she did a James Bond movie.
Okay, not all of them. Paul McCartney did one. Paul McCartney did one as well with Wings. So
Yeah.
not all of them. Like usually when I don't know, this became a suddenly topic about James Bond movies, but
That's okay.
they usually take the top artist at the time, and a lot of
Yes.
these one-hit wonders usually gravitate to the top. So for a certain point in time, that's who everyone's talking about. I think
Yeah.
the one-hit wonder comes from the fact that everyone talks about them, and then their next effort, lack of better terms, tanks, and everyone forgets about them.
Yeah, very true.
And that kind of puts them like, oh, well, they were good for this hit. And meanwhile, the Uber fans are going, what are you talking about? I just saw them in concert.
They're great. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
well, yeah, like the Boomtown Rats.
Oh, love Boomtown Rats.
But we only know the one song.
But
Yeah.
that's because he went, lack of better terms, political.
He did go.
Yeah, but
did
he
his
was
own
big in
stuff.
big in
Political's
Ireland
not-
and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Political.
political's not the
Ireland.
appropriate
Yeah.
word. I think it's he.
And England, right? They were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything
Yeah,
else,
he was more about his humanitarian efforts, which
Yeah.
he's done. What he's done for the world is a great thing. It's just he came up with the one song, which is an awesome song. I don't like Mondays. I love that song.
Yes.
Okay, excuse me. B-52s, why the hell are they on this?
But they see. That's what I was saying at the start. Like
Like-
they only had the one hit.
No, they didn't.
B-52s?
The B-52s had more than one hit.
Which everybody notices them with. Like when they hear that song, that's it. Or that's the song that they always get played on the radio.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them a one-hit wonder, I don't think.
No, I don't think they should be on this list at all.
See, this would be an interesting perspective. Is the actual artist's perspective? Because
Ooh.
how
Yes.
would that sting? You come out. Say you've been an artist 30 years. You have a career, and people go one hit wonder, and they're like,
Yeah. Wait, what?
what the hell happened to
whole
the rest
To
of my
catalog of
30
30-year
years?
career, yeah.
Yeah. Whole catalog of work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
doesn't
know.
it doesn't make sense. I understand some of them, I do, but some do not make sense at all. Who decided this? Who gave you the power to go and say that some of these are one hit wonders?
Well,
You know, people with their own
Frankie
podcasts
Goes to
that can
Hollywood.
talk about anything they want.
That's true. Opinions.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Relax.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then they had 2 more hits in the UK.
Yeah.
And I think I posted on our group that one video.
Yeah.
They were like, what? I remember it was like a weird fighting video or something. I think it was 2 tribes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it was number 1, I believe, here. But it didn't get played very often.
No.
Like it doesn't get played at all.
Yeah.
Like you look at
Goodness.
some of these, especially the new wave stuff, like Mickey from Tony Basil or, stuff like.
Mickey is totally a one hit. I will
Yes,
agree with
that
that
one
one.
definitely is.
It's
for
a good
sure.
song, but it is a one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dexy Midnight Runners.
Come
That's
on, Eileen.
that's
Yeah.
a dirty song. Every time I hear that, or I just think, like, it's a really dirty song.
Come on, like, it's not.
Jesus.
It's a Halloween costume.
I feel bad for
Have you
Eileen.
not seen it?
No.
So hilarious.
Oh my
You'll have to look at that up.
Well, the new wave one-hit wonders, it was bizarre.
Yeah, but
new
new wave in itself was
I know.
such a short time period of that fad.
Like disco?
Well,
What is new? Okay, new wave. I'm just looking at it now.
yeah, because you had like a flock of seagulls,
Yeah, see, I know nothing about.
Didn't they just come to town in the summer?
or they're coming, or something like that.
See, okay, now that's
Like
funny.
Thomas Dolby.
Modern English,
Yeah,
right? But then you also have John Waite.
yeah.
What the heck? That is him, right? Modern English. He was in. Am I
No,
thinking
it
the
was
right
a
thing?
different one. It was a different one.
Oh,
Bad English.
Bad English. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry, that was it.
But
I was
then
like,
you-
what?
One Night in Bangkok by Murray Head,
Yeah, that
I like that
totally
song.
is.
which came from the movie Chess, right?
Yeah.
But that is just the strangest song.
It
But
is a
it's-
very strange song.
But
And
like
yet
it
I
had
still
two
turned it up
different
for you
singers,
every
like one
night,
person
right?
doing the chorus and one person doing the verse.
Yeah,
But that's like the new wave
it was
mentality,
the way things would go,
right?
yeah.
Like, I don't know if you want to call them new wave, like Naked Eyes. There's always something there to remind you, like, wasn't
Yeah, why
really
is it
new
called
wave,
new wave? Yeah, I don't know.
but that's the only song that we heard from them.
I assume if it has any kind of like synthesizer in it, they call it new wave.
Yeah, as
I
I was
guess
just reading
so.
down the list, and I'm like, that's what I keep hearing in my head is
The
all of
synth.
the synth.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Like-
say, let's talk about the '80s as well. What the hell's with all the saxophones?
Never enough sax.
Well, bring it back to Naked Eyes. They did have another hit. Promises, Promises. But it wasn't as big. So I'm wondering if they classified some of these hits as something in the top 10.
Had to do with the Billboard.
Well, yeah, it would
have to be the Billboard.
it would be about album sales somewhere along the lines, and
Well, yeah, because you'd have to think, one hit wonders.
Yeah.
It's got to be something like
like,
that, right?
if you're one hit, you probably have to crack the top 10. If every other single you do maybe get radio play and play well, but never cracks that top 10, then that might be where you're like, I think. Because there's so many different people that put out their polls of the one-hit wonders and stuff like this, so everyone probably has their own thresholds, which is kind of like all this. Like anybody can have their own impression and say, "Oh, this one's a one-hit wonder. This one's a one-hit wonder."
Yeah, exactly.
There's no necessarily consistent mathematics behind it.
Well, and at the time when these songs were released, they weren't classified as a one-hit wonder.
No, they weren't.
No,
It was after the fact.
it's
Top 40.
Top
Is it top 40?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most widely accepted definition of one hit wonder is an act that appears on a national pop or top 40 record chart only once.
Only once.
have all those
okay.
songs that hit 41. Damn it!
Right? This close,
So,
man.
and then it does talk about overshadowing their other work. So, a musician who has had one hit song that overshadows their other work. Example: Gautier's "Somebody I Used to Know" and Vanilla Ice, "Ice Ice Baby" are considered one hit wonders.
Yes.
because their other work has been overshadowed, which is actually really sad.
It is a little sad
Yeah,
that you
'Cause
only
if-
get known for like this one song.
Yeah,
And it could be like a crappy song.
yeah, yeah. Like your other ones could have been really good, and that
Yeah. But because of the timing and whatever else happened with that one hit,
Yeah.
that
which,
you're-
I
which
think the
could kind of be
timing's
good in some senses, like when we were talking on previous episodes where you go to a concert and you have all these back catalog songs you want to see. If you're a one hit wonder, you only have to play the one song and then you can play
And whatever
anything
you
else
want.
you
Anything else
want.
you want.
It doesn't matter. You got them in there with the one song. I
Yeah.
mean, that's fair.
Just don't play that song first because
No.
you'll never have anybody left in the
Yeah.
stadium.
exactly.
You just gotta play it in the
Like,
middle.
is it only the diehard fans then that would?
It would be
That
the
would
diehard
stay, yeah.
fans. Yeah, it would. That's the only way it would work, right?
Yeah.
Who else would be following you?
Well, yeah. If I went to see the Flock of Seagulls, I'd be like, okay, play the song,
Play that song.
play that song,
song,
and then that's
yeah.
it. Okay, yeah, I'm out
I'm out. Yeah.
because I'm not a diehard fan.
No.
Yeah.
Totally not. Right. Yeah, it's interesting.
Sorry, I
I-
just got an image. I could Lyle doing his hair up like the Flock of Seagulls.
and it would work.
Oh, it probably
Might work.
would.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of hairspray, but it would definitely work.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the article that I'm looking at actually mentions bad timing as well. So
a bad
that's
timing, yeah.
definitely a factor for sure.
Well, because you think about some people who've released other songs at the certain time and they didn't do well and they expected them to do well. And then they release that other one and it does well and it was not expectation. And they're like, okay, well, but this was the really good song off the album.
Right.
How come this one's the good one? So people are fickle.
Yeah.
Well, they are. They are.
That's
And it's
the
what
funny-
like the radio stations, they pick up on a song and then
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
They're like, this is what we want to hear.
Yep.
And well, you have to flow with the times as it goes, and that's just one thing. Is especially in the 80s, like you came out with a hit, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you're great," and 3 into stadium shows, and you tour for 2 years. It's great. Now you got to have your follow up effort. Well, okay, you go to have your follow up effort. The record executives are going to tell you do exactly what you did before, not realizing that 3 years has passed, people's tastes have changed. You do the exact same thing, no one's going to touch it because now they've moved on. So using the 80s as reference, you went from the 80s into the 90s where all of a sudden, you went from your hard rock into your grunge. Someone tries to come up with an album, like a 80 hair band tries to come up with an album, they're not going to hit it now in the 90s because now you're into grunge.
Yeah, genres, like the different
yeah, like
changes.
it's changed. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
you totally hit at the wrong time. Whoops.
Oh, well, yeah. There's a lot of bands, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I just can't think of them off the top
No.
of my head. But
No.
like that just had that one song. Well, Harum Scarum, I guess you could say. They had one. It was off their first album, but when they released their second one, it was the start of grunge. Great album.
But everybody
Missed the
disappeared.
mark.
Missed the mark, and
Yeah.
they were a little bit too late, and that's it.
Oh,
Right.
that sucks.
Well, and that's what it is, timing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
honestly think
exactly
that's
it.
probably the majority of this issue with it, right?
Or could-
Why is Phil Collins on here? Hold on here. Philip Bailey and Phil Collins, Easy Lover.
Collaborations.
No,
So they only
that's
had
a totally
one.
different one. Yeah, I never
Yeah.
thought about those.
Yeah. Yeah.
But wouldn't they be
I was,
technically?
but in sense that you
Yeah.
never would get the one hit wonder because
Yeah.
how often would you have a continuation collaboration?
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
that 3 times fast.
Like I remember a lot of these one-hit wonders got played in our school dances.
Because they're just playing all the hits.
They are.
So it's not necessarily bad.
And they're
thing 'cause
picking and
hits.
choosing, right?
Yeah.
Like Cutting Crew,
Yeah.
right? That's the
Yeah.
perfect slow dance song or whatever.
Is
Right.
Red Wine on here anywhere?
UB40.
No.
Yeah, UB40? No.
No.
I'm surprised
Really,
by
I'm
that.
surprised that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've often heard that it's been referred to as a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't remember hearing any other.
No, that's to me. That's the only song I think of when I think of UB40. It's Red Wine,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I love. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
The B-52s had more than one hit.
They sure did.
I only know
I
the
totally
one.
disagree.
But I was looking at El DeBarge too. Like I
You don't
remember
know
my
Rock
girlfriend
Lobster?
and I were like totally mad over that band.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rhythm of the Night was
Yeah.
the band.
Yes.
But I guess as a band, maybe that was their only hit.
Probably.
Because I was thinking, okay, who's Johnny? That was technically his solo.
Oh, that's
work.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but that doesn't make sense to me either.
No. Yeah.
See, when I was doing this list, I was like, yes and no, no. Like Men Without Hats.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're
Yeah,
one hit
no.
wonder.
No.
Do you?
But in the States, maybe,
Maybe.
but not up here because
There are-
was
there
poppers.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Healy band. F off.
Yeah.
No way.
But
But see, again, that's
a Canadian
who we
band.
like.
So
Yeah.
like even
Yeah.
some of these artists, if they're from the States, they would, who knows, like they would be bigger, so they might have another hit.
Well, and a lot of times too, yeah, you could have it where it's like the Canadian artist does better in Japan or somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah,
just depends on
exactly.
where it's being flouted the most or whatever, and the money behind it. But I do still think, yeah, it comes down to timing. I think that is the biggest nail in the coffin for these artists. You almost have to do those tours, the one hit wonder tours. Wouldn't that be amazing? Think about all the artists, and you could just
They have done some of those. Like they haven't called it one hit wonder tours or whatever, but they've.
that's what I'd call it.
Right?
Think of the marketing. Come on.
Some of the ones that came out with the P&E or whatever it's the like hits to the 80s or whatever
Yes, where they
call
have
it,
like 3 or 4 artists come
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
perform together. Yeah.
which is a polite way of saying you don't have enough hits to fill a full-time
Full an
slot.
hour, yeah.
So we're gonna put a bunch of bands out here.
Yeah.
And you take it because you do.
That's kind of like what they did with
and
the.
you get paid for it.
Yeah.
You recognize for it. Why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah, it says I love the 80s or I love the 90s tours.
Yeah.
Isn't Tom Cochran? He was Red Rider, wasn't he?
It's
Well,
Tom
Why did it say
Cochran. It's Tom
featuring?
Cochran. Tom Cochran with Red Rider. Red Rider is what he called the band.
Okay, but it's
he
still his
kept changing
band.
it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he
I was
kept
going to
changing
say,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Every time I
confusing.
heard something, it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm
He
just
had a
he's
lot
on
of
here?
yeah. He had a lot of hits.
yes,
Yeah,
he
that
did.
can't be right.
What the heck, Lyle? Come on, you made this list
I
up.
didn't make this list
He
up.
was looking at the wrong list.
He was looking at the wrong list.
Well,
I
because he
think you
has
could get a
Lunatic
different-
Fringe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's several Tom Cochran songs.
I think.
Well, see, they're doing it here because they're doing it as Red Rider.
Yeah,
That's why they're doing Lunatic Fringe, because obviously Life is a Highway also came out in the 80s, but that would have been Tom Cochran's solo effort.
but it's
So,
still
yeah.
the same artist.
That's just it. Like I said, like with the whole El DeBarge thing, it's
yeah,
the same kind of idea. It's the
artist.
same
Like,
person.
Come
Just
on.
okay, they've done a solo and then they've done a band albums. Like it's the same person.
Same person.
So
Come
then
on.
it would be Dan Baird with I Love You, period, which is an amazing song.
Yeah. Well,
and Georgia Satellites.
Exactly. Well, I just saw this too. Where did I see it? Spandau Ballet. Mm-hmm. Huge in England.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just the one song here.
And
True.
I get that, but then they shouldn't be labeled as a one-hit wonder because they are big somewhere. Right? Do you know what I mean? Like, should that be across the continents, or should it be just one-hit wonders based on countries? That right? Like, how are you basing this? I think
It's
you could get
sales. It's all
yeah.
like
You
either
could get-
sales or where it hits on the charts. Or
But
whatever.
you could get a different list depending on how you Google it.
Yep.
I think,
Exactly.
right? It would be different
Yeah.
every time.
Well, that's why I said the metrics, the mathematic behind it isn't consistent. Everyone has their own interpretation of what it is. So
Their
literally,
own opinions.
their own opinions. That's
Our own opinions.
someone down the street can say, well, the one hit wonders are this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Person on the other side of the street will say a completely different list.
Okay, well, here's something interesting. Nirvana can get a bad rap and are sometimes labeled as one-hit wonders. What? I think that people need to listen to more than a couple of popular songs before labeling an artist a one-hit wonder or as overrated. Interesting.
That is
I would
interesting.
never have thought of that either as a one-hit wonder. But you do. You need to, just like the Nickelback thing, you need to listen to more than one song before you make a decision on somebody. A band with just one hit song can still rake in between $10,000 and $50,000 a show.
Yeah. Well, I understand why they're saying Nirvana's a one-hit wonder.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Smells
Smells
Like
Like
Teen
Teen
Spirit.
Spirit.
Teen Spirit is like the
You
only
can-
song that anybody knows when you mention Nirvana.
Yeah. That was their biggest song. We know several other songs.
Yeah,
But that was their biggest. That one always gets played.
that's true.
Yeah.
So it's all based on commercial success.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so somebody working out in the the punk scene or something like this is never going to get noticed. They're never going to be labeled a one hit wonder.
No.
Well, yeah. Because if you go to the grunge era, how many hits did Soundgarden have?
I have
What
no
song?
idea, but
What
they
song
sound
does
so
everybody
good.
know? Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you want me to actually list? Because I could be here for an hour.
I know, but it's like,
That's because we
But-
listen to them a lot.
but Pearl Jam,
Yeah.
they had 3
Yeah.
off their first album.
Just off the album 10.
Yeah.
Like they have lots of.
Exactly.
But what about the collaboration?
I have all these CDs here. What are we doing here?
There's also the collaboration between Eddie.
Oh, Temple of a
Exactly.
Dog.
Yeah, Temple of a Dog, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, and again, I think that's still the same. It
Exactly.
should fall under the same people, right?
Yeah.
It's still their hit. They're still
Like
the
you
one
mentioned the
that's
other
doing it.
compilation with Phil Collins and what's his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still Phil Collins.
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
As he's listening to this podcast, going, they just called me what's his face.
No.
Sorry. Let me check. It was
Philip.
We
Is
know
that Philip
see-
Bailey?
Philip Bailey and Phil
Well,
Collins. yes.
Lyle, speak up. You knew the name.
apologize.
I didn't know the name. I just knew Phil Collins.
The chart is so small I can barely read it.
But it is an
Speaking-
Excel spreadsheet.
speaking
I'm
of
proud
which,
of Lyle
right?
for
I think everything I do now for the podcast is on Excel. I think.
Love
I don't know.
Excel. Best
Yeah.
program ever.
I'm starting
Please
to learn it
sponsor
very
us,
well.
Microsoft.
Well, I never said
As,
Microsoft.
as well as Long and McQuaid for the new mic that we got to Lyle because of
Yeah,
having.
because of a failure. Yes.
Failure issues.
Yes.
Today's been a brutal day for podcasting.
It has been a little bit difficult, yeah.
That's right.
That's okay.
It'll be fine.
Oh,
But we're
I
good.
do.
Okay.
We're
I,
good
like,
now.
I know we're talking one hit 80s, one hit
Wow.
wonders 80s, but I do have to bring up a criticism I got from a fan that is relatively close to me.
Are you talking about one of our children?
Yes. About when we did the episode on picking our favorite album. It was asked to pick our
yes.
favorite album.
She had a little
and
bit of a
she kind of came upstairs and said,
pitch to say, yeah.
none of you picked an album.
Because we could not pick. We explained this.
So we go to her, well, then you tell us what yours is. And she's just like, bam. What was it?
In excess kick. She
That
was
was
like
it.
instantly.
I was like, out of everything that you love, it said not just genre based, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no. Every time you ask me that question, it is going to be the same album. And I was like, well, then
Well,
you're
good
an
for her.
oddity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
still
thing
think
or
about
bad thing.
that.
I don't know.
I still think about that, and I still can't pick an
I
album.
can't
No.
pick. No.
I can't.
But that's really funny.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause
she had a
that-
bone to pick with
Like I
us.
said, I can't even pick a single favorite artist, let alone a favorite album.
Heck
so.
no. I mean, top of the list we can.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Bon
there's like
Jovi,
a
but
top
that's
five,
about-
say, but I can't pick one.
No, not one.
Now you got me thinking about that. Now I'm like totally switching topics.
So
here.
Sorry.
That's one hit wonders.
It is because we're wondering.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
she mentioned it to me the other day, or like after she listened to the
Yeah.
episode, and she just like, I liked the episode, except none of you picked an album.
How did
No,
you
we
not
couldn't.
pick it? I was waiting to hear the pick. I was like, so yeah. Shout out to Scarlett. we still haven't picked Darling. It's
No.
still not
No.
happening.
And it will never happen.
No.
No, maybe
That'd be
it'll
like saying, okay, pick your favorite one hit wonder.
Or pick your favorite child. It doesn't happen.
That is a good question, then, Vicky.
Favorite one hit wonder?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. No. There's no. Do you see this list?
I know.
Right? It's a very large list.
very
And I'm
large
even
list.
just currently looking at a list of so-called forgotten 80s one hit wonders. And I'm
that's
like,
even
I know
better.
all of these.
How are they forgotten? Who forgot?
Exactly. I don't know who forgot them, but
Somebody forgot them and it
like
wasn't
Flock
us.
of Seagulls, Iran, right?
Yeah.
Take on Me,
Oh, take on me. Someone forgot that? No.
8675309.
No, can't forget that.
No, exactly. Actually, that's probably one of my favorite ones.
That's, yeah.
Tainted Love, I hear all the time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mickey, I can kind of understand because you don't really hear it that often, but
But when you do the
oh yeah,
actions.
you know it.
Thanks. It's playing in my head now.
Hey, Mickey, you're so fun.
yeah.
You're so fun. You
How
blow
about
my mind,
I Want
Mickey.
Candy, I Melt With You, Too Shy, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, like
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
with Relax, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Relax, though. Power Man 5000 did an awesome cover it, and I
Yes.
love that version.
See, and that, okay, now that brings up another thought. Those one-hit wonders where people take them and redo them on their own in a new, right? Now, are they good? Are they bad? Are they still a one-hit wonder?
Okay, the one hit wonder, I would say yes, they are. It's just a remake of an already
But it might do better than that one-hit wonder.
not the remakes I've heard.
No? Okay, then.
There's
Yeah.
a station that we have on at work, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I hear remakes of all of like 80 songs all day long.
Yeah.
And most of them are not good.
They're terrible. Yeah, because like the one you said is good. Frankie.
Yeah, which
Frankie Goes
it's
to
funny
Hollywood.
because we mentioned how a lot of these tie into movie soundtracks and
Yeah,
stuff.
that one
And
does.
that Power Man 5000 redid it for the Zoolander movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was an excellent one. So how is that one? Is that one labeled a one-hit wonder still because it did well? And he's done well.
Well,
But did
would
it
say.
chart again?
I don't know. That's what I'm
Because apparently
wondering.
that's the
That's the thing,
criteria.
right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to look. Talk amongst yourselves.
okay, there is another cover. Dead or Alive, You Spin Me Round.
Oh,
Yes.
That's a cover.
Okay, that one
It
I
is-
like.
It's really
But
good.
that's a
though.
cover, though.
It is a cover.
It is a cover, but is it
Absolutely,
yeah.
but it's a good one.
Yes, it
it's
is.
Good, yeah.
Disturbed Sound of Silence.
Oh, my gosh,
Yeah, that's a good one too.
so
Actually,
good.
just
now we're
almost,
talking
almost
about-
any Disturbed song that they've covered because they've covered
covered
lots of
lots,
songs.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
now we're talking about remakes instead of one-hit wonders.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
But that's okay because it's still the genre. It's,
It's still
talking
kind of
about
the
it.
same idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Now back to what I was looking up.
All these
Because
songs
that's
in my head.
yeah, that's the thing
Well,
with the
there's
whole.
Rock On.
So good, so good.
Yeah, but which one are you going to go? Because
Yeah,
there's
who you
so
gonna
many
go with?
people
Well,
who
I'm
have
going with
done-
Leopard, but
Oh no, I'm going
Of
Michael
course.
Damian.
Of course.
Michael Damian is the
Did you
epitome
even
for
ask?
me. Yeah.
But the David Essex also did it.
Yeah,
Well, that was the original, right?
I still
Yeah.
think Michael Damian's is the better one. And I always will.
Well, you see,
And Battle.
Let's go.
well, you see,
We're fighting.
we'll say that Leopard AC/DC did. Made it heavier. And that's why it sounds good.
Okay, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Once again, now we're going to the cover songs. This is going to be on another episode or whatever. But I've got headphones. They did ABBA's SOS.
Okay.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. You said it was really good.
It is good. Yeah, it is good.
Trying to think of other.
Got to try and get back to the 81 hit wonders. I'm sorry, I've really kind of
No, but this it's still we're talking about one hit wonders, and that is part of it.
Exactly.
because it goes into it.
leave it to Clint to go off the rails.
It's
No,
all
not
good.
at
No,
all,
this is all
yeah.
good. This is what we like.
This is what we're going to talk about. Ooh, look,
But that's what makes this podcast so good.
I can't stay
Because we go off on tangents.
So I should probably.
Well, we
read
don't
it.
go that far off.
No, we kind of
We always manage to make our way back, but
Yes. Yes. But
It's,
Oh, okay,
it's funny
sorry.
because I am looking at your list, and it is funny when you see how many of these. I feel bad because the people at home can't actually see the list we're looking at. I don't know how to.
but they
visually
can
make
look it up. I did find
I
it on
know.
VH1
I don't
and
know how
stuff,
to
yeah.
visually
So-
make it possible, but you look at it, and a
well,
lot
it's
of
5
these songs.
pages of really tiny writing.
Yes, which is hard on our almost 50-year-old eyes.
Exactly.
Or well, Clint's 50-year-old eyes. We aren't quite
And
there
our
yet.
and our almost 50-year-old
Yeah.
eyes, yeah.
Thanks. I
And
have
I
a
mean,
tear in
is
my
it
eye.
is it this one that's gonna
This
drop
one will
on
be
Vicky's?
on Vicky's
Yeah,
So
this
happy
one-
birthday to Vicky
Yeah.
today because this will
The
be
day
out
this
on the day for
releases, it will be
birthday.
my 50th
So he'll be 50
birthday.
at that time too.
Yeah, I
Oh
will
yes,
be.
you will be because yours is on Saturday.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Lyle, and mine is not yet for a while.
Lucky bum. Lucky bum.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I was trying to say is a lot of them that I can see are tied to movie soundtracks.
Yes.
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 Because, like, Never Ending Story, just in itself, that was for Never Ending
For
Story.
the movie, yeah, exactly.
Oh, one that's not in there was from Top Gun, Take My Breath Away.
It's not.
Isn't it one hit wonder? Berlin?
I
I
don't
would
know.
think-
That's
I would-
what, was it on your list?
No, I
No,
don't
that's
think
what
I
he's
missed
saying. It
it.
was
Yeah.
not on the list, but
And then from Footloose,
Well,
Denise
but Kenny
Williams.
Loggins has done a lot, so
Yeah, he's fine. He doesn't
he's
have
good, yeah.
one hit wonders. So
No.
Denise Williams, Let's Hear It for the Boys.
No,
I think that was
yeah,
her.
that
that's
was on the
right.
Footloose soundtrack.
Yeah.
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 Amadeus. I like it.
That's another song that when I hear it, the movie plays in my head.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was seeing the visual of when that
Yeah.
song was playing. Yeah.
Yep.
I think there's just so many. Like
What's
if
the
you
most
want to go by
famous one-hit
genre.
wonder of all time? Bet you don't know.
Did you look it up?
I sure did.
Oh.
Well, that's what we're supposed to do and talk about it.
What
Because
is
otherwise
it?
we have dead space and that
Was
would be
it?
really bad.
Would it be Tommy Tuttle?
No.
Oh,
Is it female or male? Group
Yes.
or group or
It's a
sing
group.
Group?
I think. No, it's male. Sorry.
it's male. Okay.
Yeah.
oh boy.
Was it made for a movie?
No.
Okay. I love this trivia. Let's see.
Welcome to our podcast where we just guess dead air.
Actor?
Right?
Actor or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Were you thinking Eddie Murphy Party all the time?
what
No.
year?
Oh, Don
What year?
Johnson.
What year? It was 96.
Ooh.
Oh, 96.
96.
Okay, so this isn't even the 80s. Okay.
boy.
Let's,
The second
Jeez.
song was from the 80s. That was Tainted Love. That's
Yeah. Okay, I believe that one.
the
yeah.
second
Yeah.
most.
Yeah. I can
96
because
one.
whenever I listen to Jack FM, that's always gets
Yeah.
played. From the 90s.
From the 90s, yeah.
yeah, I have no idea.
And we're just going to have dead air because none
No,
of us can
no,
figure
no, no.
Oh, really?
Oh, Macarena.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's the Macarena, really?
For those,
Sorry, I was
for
just
those,
giving you
Vicky was gesturing
listening, she was doing
the actions for
The
the actions
Macarena.
for the Macarena.
Yeah.
That was a little bit surprising.
Yeah.
That's a song I didn't want in my head. Thank you.
Hey, Macarena. Yeah, I don't.
You flipped my
Yeah,
page on me.
actually,
There was something I was
the
gonna bring
top
up on here.
10 are actually quite intriguing. So, yeah, Macarena, Tainted Love, Come On Eileen, I'm Too
Okay.
Sexy. Mickey is
Too
number
Sexy.
5. Who Let the Dogs Out?
Oh, that's totally one hit wonder.
Right? Ice Ice Baby, Take
Yeah.
On Me, Rico Suave, and 99 Left Balloons.
99
Yeah,
Left
that
Balloons,
that was pretty
100%.
popular.
Yeah.
That one and Walking on Sunshine, I think they were the
yeah.
two big ones at that time, weren't they?
That was a pretty
Oh,
big.
Katrina and the
Baby, I
Waves.
Got Back is number 12.
Oh,
Baby
the funny thing
got
is like 99.
Lift balloons.
Lift Balloons.
Yeah, well, there's two versions. There's
There is.
there is the original,
The German?
the original German, and the
Yeah.
English version.
Yeah.
Which one's better? And go.
English, just because
I like
You
the
can
German.
understand it.
I like the German.
Just because of the way
I
it
like
is,
the
right?
German. I
Yeah.
just obviously the English was played more here.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Of course.
Yeah.
But when you listen to it, they're different, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I kind of like the German.
But I always found the German version was played on Much Music quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it reminded me of Mon Mon Cowboy or whatever. Horrible song. Don't listen. Don't.
Don't. Yeah.
Don't.
No.
I'm just
Sorry.
looking at the list and Nick Kershaw, who I believe just anyway. Wouldn't it be good? You remember that song at all?
Yes, I do know that song.
Yeah, they
Who
put
is
him.
it, though?
That was Nick Kershaw,
Okay, I wouldn't have known that. I just know the song.
but he had several UK hits as well. But I think that was his only big hit here. Yeah.
I think that
Just looking at the list, it's like Tapao, Heart and Soul.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when that song came out? That was
Yeah.
massive. That was their only one.
Really?
It-
Interesting.
I think what I
Like-
like about your list here is I'm looking through it, and obviously there's an 80s reggae hits category,
is.
and I just love the fact that there's actually 7 artists
Yeah.
in that in that category.
Eddie Grant,
Yeah.
Electric Avenue.
Yeah,
Past the Dutchie. I hate that song. I do. It's so annoying.
But like
musical youth, send your comments to Vicky.
Our House Madness.
Yes.
Okay. But they had 16 singles in the top 10 in the UK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's not fair that they're
See, yeah,
called
Break
that.
My Stride. They're like, yeah. I don't know.
I'm just looking at the fact that you got the reggae category and it has so many songs.
So many songs, yeah. Don't.
Well, I mean, that might actually track.
Happy.
Their listeners might not remember.
True enough. Okay. Yes. True enough.
I should have had actors in here too because of Eddie Murphy and
Oh, yeah, because that
Don Johnson
Eddie Murphy
Oh,
is,
yeah.
is not a singer.
No.
He's barely a rapper.
But
He
that
is
was a big
comedian.
hit. That
It
was
was
one
a
hit.
big hit.
Party all the
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, wasn't
Like-
that for
A movie.
his Beverly Hills Cop movie
Yeah, I
as
think
well?
so, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had like Don Johnson, Heartbeat.
That one is an awesome song because people who don't know it, you go, guess who's singing this song?
I have no idea. Eddie Murphy.
I'd actually forgotten for a long time that it was him.
Oh, did you?
And then,
Yeah.
then you throw out the vague references like donkey.
Donkey.
Well, I'm wondering.
Jackass.
Oh, jeez. I'm wondering what the artists think about it.
I mean, really, right? What
That
do
would be
I think
really
they would hate it.
intriguing. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they hate
I don't wanna
it.
be there.
I would.
Well, yeah, you're being judged on one song for your whole catalog.
Yeah.
Like,
Ridiculous.
you would have a whole body of work and everyone, simplifies it to the one song.
One song.
Yeah.
And, as artists, at the end of the day, they're artists. And that that would be like Picasso painting a painting and people only recognize the one painting.
Yeah.
And everything else
Yeah.
is garbage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you do this for a living and you're only recognized really for one song.
Yeah.
Mind you, you've made a living off of that one song. Don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of people would like to have the one song, but it's the fact that you only had one song.
Exactly.
That was a big
Yeah.
hit.
Like I think kudos to them. I think every artist obviously would go into this industry to have as many hits as possible, to have their music out there to everyone possible.
Mm-hmm.
So to have the one hit, yes, you would definitely accept it. You would just also be downtrodden that
That was it.
No one is recognizing you for anything else.
Yeah.
That is the benefit of diehard fans like us. Obviously, if we gravitate to our favorite artists, we're still supporting them. We're still buying the albums even after everyone's kind of forgotten about them and stuff. So we're still supporting that dream of theirs to move forward with their artistic lives.
Yeah. So what did you find?
First of all,
Okay, it's not music related.
Is it shareable?
Technically it is, but
I can be
just
very
with
careful.
the disclaimer that, it's,
No children are listening. Hopefully.
it's more of an adult.
It's an adult, because I was trying to find it. I could not find anything about how it charted, the Frankie Relax for Spiders version.
Yeah.
But I do. Do you know what that song's about? Anybody?
Is it appropriate for what we're discussing? Or do you want to talk about it afterwards?
No. I mean, I had no idea.
Oh no! Trust me, you've just put the audience in. You have two people sitting red-faced across the table here. You have to talk about it as delicately as you can.
Okay, well then I'll
All right.
start with this. How many weeks was Relax at number 1? Okay, it says 5 consecutive weeks. Following debuting on Top of the Pops in January of 1984, Frankie Goes to Hollywood single Relax soared to the top of the charts despite remaining at number 1 on the UK singles chart for 5 consecutive weeks. The single was banned by the BBC for its obscene record cover and art and lyrics. Which led me to this next section where I showed Vicky and we were both like, what?
Got down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. More specifically, so what does relax mean? More specifically, it's about holding back your
And
happy ending by relaxing and slowing down and delaying
the inevitable.
the inevitable. Yeah. So that I had no idea what that song was
No.
about. Far from outrageously scandalous bit of licentiousness, it's actually offering a piece of sound sexual health advice, is what someone has said. So that was a little shocking.
they're not
That
wrong.
is Not, yeah, right? Not what I was looking for, but very interesting little tidbit about that song.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So that song is not for well, maybe it is for premature ejaculators.
See. Yep.
You know,
you
it's
were
funny because I
wondering-
come across
That's a
reels and
clinical
stuff like
term.
that are
Yes.
like, if you sit back and actually listen to the lyrics of some
Yeah.
of the songs that
You'd be surprised.
exactly, yeah,
Oh,
and that's
that's
a
a whole other
perfect
episode.
example.
I have lots of songs that
That's
way.
actually that's a really
Didn't
good
we talk
episode.
about that?
A little bit,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
That could be on our list.
That's a topic. It already is.
Is it on there?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I typed it in.
On the
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, once again, people at home do not know this extensive list that you have, but it is a pretty extensive
We
list,
do.
and it is continually
We,
growing.
we have ideas to last us years.
Is that your
people.
songs with dark lyrics? Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, that one.
Well, I think that's more than dark lyrics, dude. I think that's
I just put that in
Yeah.
as dark lyrics, but
yeah.
yeah.
Well, some of the songs I have, they're dark lyrics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and the
fair
actual meaning
Well,
of it.
just like on
Yeah.
sometimes, like you have your like
I'll put that as
the
a-
beauty of music is you can personalize it yourself. You can take it into where you are in the world, and it has a special meaning to you. Sometimes it's very detrimental to actually find out what the person who wrote the song
Yeah.
actually meant by it.
Yeah.
So something
Yeah,
that
because it'll totally ruin whatever it is
Yes.
that you feel about
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Like
So-
Pearl Jam has that one. and
yes,
I'm
I
like,
know.
Yeah.
That's kind of the one I was kind of referencing
Alluding to? Yeah.
Yes, is great song, love the song, still has those things, but when you see his perspective on it,
Yeah.
totally changes what you're listening to.
Yeah.
Yes, we might be talking about that sooner rather than
I think, yeah, we might just be, but that's okay. So
that's okay. Anyway.
yeah. Anyways, to
All right.
digress, but yeah. So that I couldn't find anything about that how it charted, but obviously
Did you
we
have
know it's a
Funky
one-
Town anywhere on your list?
I think I
I didn't see it.
me to
Yeah.
Funky Town?
How do you know a song is a hit or
Yes, I
one hit
did.
wonder?
Oh,
At some
okay.
point in time, it ends up on a Shrek movie.
Or it's in the grocery store.
True enough.
at one point, yes.
Yeah.
True enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay. The songs being in the grocery store at times are just really sad, or when they're in those elevator music versions of those songs.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, it's not.
That-
the
Those are
same.
not remakes we like.
No.
No.
That hurts when it's songs from 20 years ago, and then someone goes, "No, that was
That's
40 years ago."
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I'm in denial.
At our age, yeah, that hurts.
It does
Yeah.
hurt. Yeah.
Everything was 20 years ago.
Yes.
but it
Even the
wasn't.
70s
The
was.
90s were 20 years ago. Yeah.
Like I said, the 70s were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Yes, I slid into 50 gracefully. Not.
No, I don't know. Every time I hear a one-hit wonder from the 80s, I think it was yesterday. So
Yeah.
Which is the beauty of music, and that because it does take you
It
back
transcends.
to.
it does.
Yeah,
It
it
does. And
transcends
that's
time.
the great thing about, well, I'm just going to say, well, like you said, music in general, but a lot of the one-hit wonders, it takes you back as well,
Oh, it does.
right?
Of course it does. When,
Like
when we
the-
were mentioning a lot of these ones, like
But
walking on sunshine,
it
I can
takes-
remember swimming and like hanging out at the dock or whatever.
But
right?
it
Like,
takes you
that's-
back to a time where it wasn't a one-hit wonder. It
No,
was
it
a
was
song that
played
was
all the
on the
time.
radio that got played a lot, or
Yeah.
the video
It
got
was
played
part of
a
what was
lot.
called the top 40.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was, and
Oh, great.
And now-
ones.
you look back, okay, yeah, maybe that was their only one hit.
Yeah.
It was in the top 10.
It just didn't seem like it at the time. Yeah.
No,
They
it didn't
did
feel like
yeah,
it.
they did something that a lot of people
Strive
that
to.
strive to do, that recorded.
They made it once.
They made it once, and
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's the follow up effort doesn't hit the mark, and that's where
that's
Ooh,
sometimes
is
the
Lee
hardest
Aaron? Is Lee Aaron a one-hit wonder?
no.
No.
I don't think she is either, but I'm just thinking like how you're saying, like, you know, like they made it, blah, 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 whatever, right? But then she made it there and then went off to be a lounge singer. So it's not like they're still not around or still not making music or still like they're not good. It's just that didn't go anywhere.
Leanne,
They
if
went
you're
She's back
listening,
to doing the other stuff now.
I was gonna say,
I think
Leanne,
so.
if you're listening, because you are local, come on the podcast. That would be
We
cool
would- we'd love
perspective.
you.
I do follow her on
Inspired,
Facebook, so you
yeah.
never know. She might.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she is.
That would be cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
I would geek out a little bit. I'm
Would
sorry.
you?
So, oh yeah.
I don't think you two would be allowed here for that one. That would just be Vicky and I doing that.
That would be
another
cool.
one.
That would be the I wouldn't know what to say.
No, because
Well, no, like,
was metal-
I'm an
metal
adult
queen.
now, and,
Yeah.
you're
and stuff. But
what are you trying to say?
it's still-
you'd act like a juvenile if you were.
well, no, I'm just like I respect the music for
Okay.
what it was and stuff.
I know,
Like,
but I
yes,
think you think metal queen automatically when you
Yes,
think
like
Lear.
obviously,
Yeah.
I was a teenage boy. Obviously, I did fantasize about her.
Hey, Dave, you're going red.
Yeah, definitely. But I appreciate it. With just
Appreciate
the
her
music,
music?
the
Yes.
music, and the thing is like okay, you're hitting on Metal Queen. Like she had Metal Queen, and then obviously. Why are all the songs escaping me?
Because you're thinking about metal queen.
Yeah, sweet
Metal
talk
Queen.
and yeah.
What you do to my
What you
What
body.
you do to my body
body,
is the one I was
yeah.
trying to get to.
Yeah.
Yes.
The women empowering one.
Yes. Sure.
You have that, and then obviously she had her successful lounge career.
I know,
as
but that's
well.
what I was
And,
trying
her
to say.
Should we call it lounge? It's jazz music.
It's
is what
jazz, but
music,
it was
but-
lounge music. But I was just saying
Yeah.
that did she hit or was she a one hit wonder and then she went on a different trajectory to continue? Like that's what I'm saying. It's not that like calm down. It's not a bad thing what I'm saying.
No, I know,
just
I
trying
know.
to say like this is what happens with one hit wonders is they still do have a music career. It just may not be in the same genre or to the same
Success
success.
level.
Thank you. Yeah, as the other.
Yeah. Like I think by bringing her up, I think that is an interesting perspective on it. Is I think it allowed her to do what she wanted to do. It's an avenue she wanted to explore.
Sure.
And as an artist, once again, allowed her to try it in a different genre, different vein of things. I don't know what the success was because obviously I don't follow jazz music as well, but I think it was kudos to any artist that really wants to break through.
Just expand.
Like
basically.
I know in here, obviously we were mentioning Tom Cochrane. I know I bought you a country album by Tom Cochrane. So it is nice for artists to
Be able to
venture
spread their
certain ways.
wings.
I hate when everyone does a negative to an artist branching out and trying it. Like they're trying something. They're being an artist. They're expanding their horizon. I know obviously Garth Brooks was the one who wanted to try his rock and roll, and it got hit with so much flack.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the artist there because he wanted to try something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy that a lot of these artists, they have carried on,
Yes.
albeit we might not know their songs, but I know a lot of people do. And one day I might branch out and take a listen to some of these one-hit wonders and their other recordings. You never know.
Yeah,
So yeah. So that's
I think that's where we're at.
yeah.
One hit wonders.
One hit wonders.
Yes or no?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
like I said, I don't know if I really care.
Hot
for the
or
term,
not?
Hot or not. I don't know if I care for the term one-hit wonders because I just know there's always a body of work. Unless you have some, there is incidences, none of them on here that I can see.
think of, yeah.
But there is certain artists where obviously something's happened, members died or whatever, so the bands never actually went anywhere. So in some cases, there would be the one-hit wonders there. But there's always a body of work beyond just the one song.
Of course there
There
is. And that's the way we should look at it. They're
Yep.
not one hit wonders.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. There's
Just
songs
really popular songs for a short period of time.
Yeah.
that has stood the test of time so far. So
Yeah.
The one time
Yeah.
the lightning truly hit.
yeah.
Exactly.
And the world is a better place
For those songs.
For at
For those
least those
songs.
songs, but hopefully they
Well,
made
most of them.
Hopefully they made it still a career out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if they're on stage and get hit with lightning, oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Didn't mean it that way.
So yeah. I think that's
I think that wraps it up nicely.
yes. Yep. Alrighty.
Catch you on the B-side.
Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable. Please like and comment where you listen to the podcast. And make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Until next time.